say I'm a triple, honey, welcome to Trivago. Tell me who you know, who is it tripping for?
Why, hello there. I am in a tree right now, and we are going to be going over my 5 things that I wish I knew before I started middle school. Let's just change locations real quick. It's not a good spot here. It doesn't have good shade, but I'm gonna go to the other side of the tree.
Turn yellow, and I've been looking for a cheat code. Life don't come in a neat bowl.
Okay, we're over here now. Hopefully it's a little bit better. As you can see, this is what we're looking at right now. Jack. But can you guys drop a like on this video right now, because I'm currently in a tree, and if I fall, then it's over. But can you please drop a like on this video? I'd really appreciate it otherwise, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future uploads. So right now I'm a high school freshman, and I went through middle school, and I'd say my experience is pretty good, but there are just some things I wish I knew and I wish I could have told myself before I started. So my school was grades 7 and 8 for middle school. I don't know if yours was 6th, 7th, and 8th. I think it should apply still.
Hey, Lord Jesus, I know I'm wrong.
So if you're about to start middle school, you'll probably have heard of that there's a lot of bullies there. In my school, personally, there weren't any bullies, and I would say kids are pretty nice about it for the most part. Like, nobody really bullies you. Tips is to just be yourself. Just ignore people. Don't try to get involved in anything. That's just my tip. My camera's really low on battery right now, so it's a pain. I'm in this tree already, and then I have to go change it.
Time with me, had to grow up quicker when the guy for me. All my young, cause they gon' slide for me. Don't my Tommy Calvin, kind of me. I'ma get this paper like this.
Okay. We're back, and back to what I was saying before. So I feel like movies or TV shows, if you watched a bunch of those, they don't give an accurate portrayal of what middle school is actually like. Mainly they portray it with physical bullying, like people pushing each other around and all that. Like at my school, at least just from my experience, I'd say that verbal bullying is probably the one that occurs most often. Like I said before, a way to overcome it is to just ignore it. That's the first thing, sort of misconception that I learned, and what I wish I should have told myself before.
The hell they'll do to me.
How do people see you that can burden a man? 22 years on a personal brand.
Man, it is extremely windy out here. I don't know if you guys are catching this. I'm sorry about the audio, but as you can see, like everything here, the branches, and I have to talk a little bit louder. But anyway, my second thing that I wish I knew before I started middle school is about lockers. So when I first entered middle school, I was extremely excited about lockers. The lockers were bigger because I had lockers in 5th and 6th grade because I had an intermediate school. At my middle school, it was bigger. That'd be really cool. You can hold more stuff, but in reality, I don't think lockers are that necessary. Like, I barely use it. I feel like they're overrated, and I would only use it to put like art projects or my violin because I played an instrument. I really don't think lockers are like that important, at least in middle school, because most of the time you don't have time to stop by your locker, like during the day, maybe if it's really close to a classroom or something. But I feel like it was just time consuming for me, and that's why I didn't really spend time with it. And if I did forget something, like I left it in my locker, I'd have to unlock it with the code and all that. So I feel like it's just a pain in the neck to use your locker some of the time. And then tip number 3 is keeping as organized as possible, especially with your backpack. So I found that since I didn't use my locker, I would keep a lot of stuff in my backpack. It could get really heavy. So a way that I helped myself not make my bag as heavy was just using one simple binder for all of my things, all of my papers, whatever, because I feel like everything's moving to electronic stuff now instead of being on paper, especially now during the virus right now. But most of the time when you're on your school supplies list or wherever you see your stuff, they say, oh, you need to get this, all these folders, all these binders, all these things, notebooks. You don't really need that, honestly. That's what I found. Just get a bunch of loose leaf paper and then just combine it all in one binder. That's what I found. The teachers don't really check, honestly. And if you think about it, carrying a heavy backpack some of the day when you're walking through the hallways, walking home from the bus maybe, I don't know, just walking around in general, you can get scoliosis and it can hurt your spine. My everyday carry for school, at least for middle school, was I had a Chromebook, I had one binder, one water bottle, and then my lunch. That's pretty simple. Like, you don't really need that much for school. Like, don't overpack, don't bring too much stuff. You don't need all like these fancy colored pencils and all that. It's not elementary school anymore. I don't think you're really going to be needing that. For tip number 4, a very, very important one is to be social. Make sure to make friends. Like, just go up to people at lunch tables, whatever, sit with people. You'll eventually get to know the people, because a lot of people that I found that were my friends, because I had a lot of similar classes with them. So if you have similar classes with somebody, maybe you could say like, oh, what did you get for problem 5 on the homework or whatever? And you could just discuss that, and then maybe you'll find another connection somehow. And the part of being social, be sure to raise your hand in class. That's something I sort of regret. I guess during 7th grade, I didn't raise my hand that much, and I learned my lesson, because during 8th grade, I raised my hand a lot more. I'm still an introvert, I would say, but like I'm more of an extrovert now. Nobody's really gonna judge. Like, what's the worst that can happen if you get an answer wrong in class? Like, if somebody asks you what's the quadratic formula, and you accidentally say like b cubed instead of b squared. If you say that by accident, like, nobody's gonna remember. Like, it's just math. You gotta move on. You participated in class. The teacher doesn't really care. They just care about how your effort is. Don't care about what other people think. That's part of the social aspect of this. Have confidence that you can raise your hand, talk to the teachers. The more you do this, the more you're gonna have a better relationship with your teachers and your friends. And having good relationships with people can lead to other good things. Like, if a teacher recommends you for another class in the future because you were social, you participated in the class. Maybe you didn't get all the answers correct, but you at least participated and you learned from your mistakes. But that is tip number 4 for you guys. Okay, we're gonna come down from this tree now. I'm doing it one-handed because I gotta hold the camera. Wish me luck. Oh, I hit my shin on there. I got shin splints other day, so I'm not feeling the greatest there. And for my final and 5th tip of them all is, most importantly guys, just have fun in school. It's school. You're there to interact. You're there to learn. Always try to learn new things every single day. This can apply to anything. It can apply to high school, college, anything. Just have fun with it. Like, even if you don't like something, just try it. If you really think about it, if you're going to school, you're pretty blessed already, because some kids in other countries are not able to go to school, and you should be grateful for that. School overall just helps you with finding your career path, but also you get to have fun. Maybe go to like some school events, maybe there's like a dance. But those are my 5 things I wish I knew before I started middle school. Whether you're in middle school or high school or college, whatever stage you are in your life, I feel like these can apply if you're taking education. This is pretty much all I had for this video, guys. I'm just rambling on at this point, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hope you enjoy these videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. You didn't think I forgot the snap, did you?
Honey, welcome to Trivago. Tell me who you know, who is you tripping for a follow? Ball in the air like Showtime at the Apollo. Puffing up your chest, the next thing you know is hollow, but well, hello.